Activate.
Hey everybody, welcome to This Pink Cloud. This is DJ Kelly Reverb. We are a show. What was that again? That felt good. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. But we are a show that is all about recovery, multiple pathways to recovery. Sitting in with me, ladies and gentlemen, to my left, Chad Lamons, everybody. Hi. Wrong. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good.
All right.
I'm better than I was.
Looking good.
I'm better than I was yesterday, and probably I'm gonna be better tomorrow.
Actually, funny thing, you are, dude, because you went to the ER. It'll be a few weeks ago now, but you're doing better.
Yeah, time's no longer linear for us.
That's right.
We don't move in the same direction as everybody else.
What dimension are you on? Is it sixth?
I think it's 7th now. So
anyway, but sitting in, always a pleasure to have this guy. He's the people's champ, I would say.
You call like 5 people that.
No, I just call him and Josh Jordan.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're up there with Josh Jordan. You're the people's champ, right? Yeah,
pretty good company.
I would say so. But excited to have you. You're recently celebrating 8 years of sobriety.
Yeah, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Jeff Rigdon, everybody.
What the hell was that?
trying to time the studio effects with the real life events.
That was a real fart.
Yeah, that was real.
I can taste
that
it.
one.
Did you hear the reverb on that thing?
I can taste it.
I can taste that thing,
it tastes like C4. Right. Anyway, dude, it's been a while since you've been on the show, and we've known each other actually for a long time. We go way back. We go all the way back to the 90s. Wow. But so you've had like 8 years, and you're for the people that don't watch the show on the regular basis, let's give them a little bit of the backstory. Like Jeff Rigdon style.
Why don't you explain your name tag here?
What
is Fresh Start Meditation?
Fresh Start Meditation is a group that I've hosted now almost 2 years, every Sunday at 8 p.m. And what happened was I was part of another group.
BDE?
No, the BDE.
Let's go.
I've been an advocate for. I've been an advocate. Really, the first time I came on the show, August 6th of 2021, and the reason I know that is because I went and looked at it. I never watched it or anything, but
right.
I watched it.
I appreciate it. I can't even get you to watch your own episode.
He's too busy coming up with new bits.
Right.
Yeah. No, you said, what do you want to be? And I was like, well, what's everybody else usually on here? And you're like, LPC or LPDC, ARC, whatever.
Yeah, LPC. Like, yeah.
And I'm
LCP.
Like, let's put BDE below mine, dude. So that stands for Big Dick Energy.
There you go.
I don't know, but I'm an advocate of it still.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So there's that.
Yeah.
You just said we've known each other from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I heard someone today say that they called the 90s the late 1900s. I think that's pretty.
Right, I like it. We can't say the turn of the century.
I've known you since the late 1900s.
I've known you since the turn of the century.
The turn of the freaking century,
right? Yeah.
You guys knew each other pre Y2K, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But Fresh Start Meditation is a group I've been doing for 2 years. I was a part of this another group Justin Box used to do. Number one offender. I had to go away from that group for certain reasons.
Sure.
I got a little spiritually sick. And I was coming back from this meeting with my friend Chelsea, and I was like, hey, you want to pull over into this, park and meditate with me? And she was like, well, how about we call?
That sounds a little shady.
What a fucking line, dude.
No. She's like my dearest friend on the planet.
Yeah,
but no, she goes, well, how about we call up all of our friends and we do it together?
Even better.
Yeah, and so that's what we've been doing it.
She's like, you want to do it with just me, or can I call somebody?
Call up everybody. And that's what we've been doing, and we've been doing it every Sunday since then. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
Pretty cool.
So as far as the backstory, you were, normal teenage / early 20s, doing fun stuff in clubs, and that's when you and I met. So why don't we talk about a little bit of the backstory so people know a little more about you?
Well, I'm
here. I can cue up some '90s Kelly reverb for you too while you talk about it.
Do you have it? Wow.
A little Fine Ladies Only, a little
I walked into the club and then I saw this fool DJ. I'm from Dallas, dude. And like I said, I've done this whole story August 6th on 2021. So if you want to go back and just scroll down the videos and look at it, you could absolutely do that.
Right.
I'm from Dallas. I started smoking weed when I was 14, 15 years old. I went to private schools my whole life.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, when I got into high school.
Kelly should watch the episode.
Yeah, just watch the episode.
I totally blocked it out.
I went to private schools, except for I went to Bishop Lynch my first semester of high school. And then I went to Bryan Adams. And that's when I started doing other shit, which turned into me doing acid and cocaine and all these things.
Cocaine.
Right. Yeah. Cocaine Anonymous.
Not cocaine.
Yeah, not cocaine, cocaine.
Right.
Started doing all these things. I don't think I didn't get full blown, addict yet. But I did drop out of school. So.
Right. So you got that going for you.
That was going. I got locked up when I was 17, burglary rehabilitation.
Okay.
When I was a kid, got released. Went to Full Sail University.
Nice.
I thought I was gonna change my whole fucking life, and I went out there and didn't finish.
What were you going for? Audio engineering?
Yeah, audio engineering.
Oh, okay.
Right. I thought I was, I'm a DJ, so I'm gonna go do this.
Right.
And I went out there and I realized I didn't want to record other people's music my whole life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I did that. Came back here. That's when I started smoking meth, and then the heroin came, after that.
You climbed the drug ladder.
Yeah, pretty quick. Came back here in 2005.
I mean, those are pretty much the same spot on the ladder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you're doing one, you're like, those other people are pieces of shit.
No, but weed to meth is not the same spot.
No, but meth to heroin is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing heroin for a long time, and nobody even really knew I was doing it.
Hey,
right.
Most of my friends.
You and Chad.
Yeah. You did the same.
Hold on, shout out, dude.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody doing heroin and nobody having no idea.
Yeah, well, because I'm not trying to share my shit with anybody else, right? And all my friends did meth, so I just did.
And I could potentially kill any of my friends if I bring them into it.
Right. Yeah. Well, we didn't think about things like that back then, man. I didn't, at least.
That was the turn of the century.
That was.
it was a different time.
It was the beginning of a new millennium,
right?
So I got on that, and then I started doing the same shit I was doing. I was a teenager, breaking into houses and shit like that. Not a mastermind by any means.
Right. Well, you did get caught.
Yeah.
Right.
Threw a rock through a window, got caught, got arrested.
So you were breaking in a house, and you thought you would start by throwing a rock into the window.
Yeah.
Okay, now nobody made a move, so I'm gonna go in now.
No, dude. I mean, I was like I said, man. I wasn't a mastermind criminal. I was a sick human being.
Sure.
Right. That needed some dope.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, fucking that kind of sick.
You're sick, bro.
It's all, bro.
Hey, it's sad. Hey, this girl. One time I was at this conference in DC, and she goes, "What kind of tool do you use to cut down a tree?" Chad, do you know?
A pruning tool?
A saw. Dude,
there's an Instagram account that is So Dude Daily, and they just post the same video.
Same dude going.
He's like,
saw. I was like, "Can we be friends?" That's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, no, I got locked up. 2015, early 2015 for burglary rehabilitation. And at this point, my mom and my dad weren't trying to hear anything from me. I'm calling them every day, and I put myself in a drug tank so I can maybe the judge sees me. They'll give me lenience or whatever. And finally, after 2 months, my mom finally picked up the phone and she was like, "Son, I need you to come out here. I need you to help me make some decisions." And I'm like, yeah. Just get me out. I'll help you make any decision, whatever.
Anything. Yeah.
Right. And she's like, "Okay, we're going to get you out tomorrow morning." And I said, "Hey, put my dad on the phone." Right. My dad got on the phone, and he was like, "What's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Hey, get me an ounce of weed, and I'll just do that. I won't have to go get any dope or anything like that." And he was like, "Okay, cool." I get out. And my weed is there waiting. I go in there.
That is very accommodating.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, no, super cool. Shout out, Dad. You know what I mean?
Right. Thanks for the weed, bro.
Yeah. Well, I get in. My mom is at a nursing home that's right across the street from her house. Right, we're at her house. I go over there and roll up a blunt, and I look over at the table. And my mom and my dad had like two like mom and pop's chairs, I guess. Like they sat on. They had like the movie tables in front of them.
Right.
And I saw like a glass pipe sticking out right from behind the ashtray, and I'm like rolling my blunt like this, and I'm like,
right.
Let me see that fucking pipe, dude.
Right.
And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, give me the fucking thing, right? So I hit it, and automatically my brain's like, I need to get some heroin so I can go to sleep. I won't be able to sleep.
In that glass pipe, there was
methamphetamines,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or ice, or
but the whole time, and then like what the people don't really maybe not know is that your dad was an active addict as well during the same thing. So it was kind of like not necessarily the most parental of relationships. It was more, it was more like, oh, we're drug buddies.
It was more like, hey, dude, will you give me an ounce of weed when I get out?
I know, exactly.
And he was going to accommodate the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
Just to, because I need to be comfortable, Dad. Just get this for me. I'll do good. I promise. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Well, like I said, I went and got some heroin, right? And then I never came back to the house.
Right.
Because my head, I'm going to go get some heroin. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to go to sleep. And I can wake up and I can help my mom go make some decisions.
Right.
Decisions. I don't know what they are at this point.
Right.
But I never did go back home. And she was at that nursing home. And I never went to go see her.
Right.
Until I got locked up again for the same exact shit. Remember, she needed me to help her make some decisions, right?
Sure.
So, I get to Lou Sterrett. Have y'all been to Lou Sterrett? Either one of y'all?
Chad has.
I know it pretty well, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I know just about every part around there.
Chad's been in there for 20 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like in the 72-hour holding tank, they have the 2 yellow lines.
Yeah.
Right, and they got the phones that are on the wall. You have to go like put your head against the wall to talk.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I did because they're free phone calls too, right? So I went and my mom picked up the phone and she goes, "Son, this is getting old."
Yeah.
And I don't know why I said it, but I said, "Mom, when I get out of here, you raised a good man. When I get out of here, I promise you I'm never going to use heroin again." And she goes, "I surely hope so, son." Right. And the phone disconnected, and that was it. I go up to my cell, whatever. Well, she died like 7 days later.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so, I never got to the decisions that she needed me to help her make were like, she knew she was going. Right. And I wasn't there for that. And I get sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Oh, wow.
Right. And I'm like resigned to, I'm not getting out of here for 10 years. In my head, that's what's happening. Right. So I go down there, I do like 3.5 years. I get out, and I don't know where I'm going to go. And I go into Oxford House, and that's what the last episode really was about. It said Oxford House. Like I said, I don't know. It's like almost like 3 years ago now.
Sure.
So like, my story changes through time, but I remember it being.
Well, okay. So when you got out the second time, did you do the, "Hey, Dad, get me some weed" again?
The second time.
Yeah. The second time you got out of prison?
No, this is, December 9th is when I got locked up. December 9th of 2015, and that's my sobriety day.
Oh, okay.
Right, this time right here, when I made that promise to my mom that I'm never going to use again. Right, she passes away. I go down there, do some time. When I get out, I don't have anywhere to go. My dad,
right? I didn't know if you did the same thing. Like, "Hey, Dad, hook me up."
Right. No, actually, my dad reached out to me to get sober.
Wow.
So
okay.
And we didn't really touch on that in the last time, so I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But I get out and I don't have anywhere to go because my dad became homeless. The bank took my mom's house because she had filed for bankruptcy and stuff. So he became homeless. I had no contact with him when I was in prison, no contact with any of my family except for my aunt. And I had burned like every bridge I had, so I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anything like that. So I was in there pretty much by myself, dude. But when I got out, got an Oxford House, and then all of a sudden one day I get a call from some, like, I don't even remember the name. It was like some lady name, you know what I'm saying? And it was a Facebook call, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So I pick it up and it's my dad, right? And he's like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, bud." And, we talk and I'm like, "Dude, I'd really like you to come here, but we can't like have you here if you're high. And my dad goes, I ain't been doing no dergs." That's exactly what he said was, "I ain't been doing no dergs."
Oh, okay. All
dergs, right?
Yeah, not drugs, but dergs.
Dergs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, if you haven't done any dergs,
right,
you can come to my fucking house, right? So he came over. He was living on the streets. He had like met some lady at a hotel, like let him use her phone. He looked me up, and that's how he found me. Well, I had to take him back to the fucking like the railroad tracks that he was living by, dude. You know, out in Fort Worth. Well, like he got in contact with me again, and I was like, "Do you want a chance like out of this, dude?" And he was like, "I'm like, I can get you in a sober living." And he's like, "Well, let me think about it."
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You'd rather go sleep in that tent that's like put together with a tarp and 2 sticks.
Sure.
You know, than come like, you know, get into a nice house, you know.
Right.
But he called me the next day and he was like, "Yeah, I want to."
Right. Oh, you
Wrong
missed
one.
it. There you go. Okay. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you just got to keep the pipes clean. You know, I hear you.
Yeah. That was a mouth fart. So.
Right.
But yeah. So he said, yeah, he came and he's been sober since then.
Wow. Yeah. So then your sobriety date was when you got out of prison in 2015.
When he went to prison.
When I went to prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, obviously, because unless you were drinking toilet wine.
Right. Well, I mean, I was on a unit where it was around. It wasn't you know, I could have gotten it, but you know, I'd made that promise to my mom.
Right,
dude. So that's what I did. You know.
And but then how long, you know, of a window did it take your dad to get clean after you got out?
Maybe like 6 months.
Okay.
7 months.
Right.
Something like that.
And has your dad still maintained his sobriety since then?
You know, he's not like he met a lady. He has a job. He met a lady. They got married. I got to be the best man at his wedding.
Okay. But did he have like slips back and forth, or was he like more California sober?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think more like that he's like, if he has like. He's been like too embarrassed to tell me.
Right.
You know, or like I'm going to be like, well, fuck you, Dad. You know, and that's not the case if it is, right? But, you know, and that's okay. You know, he's 69 years old or whatever he is, you know. He's an old dude. He's maintaining his job.
That's an interesting age for parents, too, because my mom, she's about to turn 69, but since she's my mom, she's turning 70.
Dude, I love your mom, dude.
Yeah, well, she's turning 70, though. If you're a mom, you're not allowed to be 69.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My dad, I'll high five. I'm like, hi, 69. Hope you live to 420. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But fucking my mom, dude, she'll turn 70. Or she'll stay 68. I don't care. But there is no 69 for moms, dude. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about Oxford House a little bit. So you get in there, and then would you say that Oxford House was something that, you know, kept you or helped, you know, the process of keeping you clean out? Because I mean, being in a sober living environment, I think is really important, especially for some people that have been out on the streets for a while and doing the whole shady shit, you know, to have some built-in accountability and to be with those, your tribe, so to speak.
Well, dude, when I first got there, man, you know, I'd just gotten out. And like when you get there, you have to like sign this agreement. You got to take a piss test.
Sure.
You got to do
and they do that on the regular.
Right. Anybody who comes into the place, right? So you got to sign this newcomer's contract. You know, you can't have overnights. And for me, when I just got out, overnights are a big deal, right? I'm like, I just got out of prison. I can't have a lady come spend the night with me or whatever, you know?
Right.
And I almost left because of that.
Yeah.
Right?
That was almost a deal breaker?
Yeah. I was looking for places in South Dallas, dude.
Right.
You know, because like all I wanted to do was, you know, hey,
I get it.
you know.
Share some of that BDE.
Yes, share the BDE.
Right.
That's all I really wanted to do. Right. But my friend David King pulled me aside. And I love David King. He's still around to this day. But he was like, hey, bro, just chill. You know, just hang out with us. She can come over during the day.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so that's what I did. And I was going to meetings for the longest time, like, but I wasn't really, you know, getting anything out of them because I had to go for, you know, I had to get like 5 meetings a week or whatever. Yeah. And I wasn't really getting anything out of it. Right. Mm-hmm. I finally got my own room. I got like a big ass TV. I got like the Hulus and the Netflix and all the all the things
you got the players room. I got the captain's lounge.
I got the girlfriend. I got money in my bank account. I got the job. Everything's going great, right? And one day I was laying in my bed watching my big screen TV, but I'm watching the one free thing. I'm watching YouTube, right?
Right.
And you know on YouTube they have like ads.
Yeah.
You know, I was laying in bed watching something. The ad came on. I got irritable as fuck. Right. I'm like, God damn it, you know, aggravated.
Right.
But it was a commercial for Zales Jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the song that was playing was "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you familiar with this song?
Titanic,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah. My heart will go on. Yeah. So that's the song that I was playing. And I just started crying, dude.
Yeah.
I got like really sad, right? And like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go get in my van, and I'm gonna go just drive. You know, I don't know where I was gonna go.
Right.
Was I gonna go get some kratom? Was I gonna go get some CBDBDs?
Did you
Was I
just
gonna-
pronounce it? Did you just really say kratom?
Yeah.
What was it that made you
fuck
so?
up,
What was it that made you so sad with that song? Why
I
did that
don't
trigger?
know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I can't handle listening to Celine
It was,
Dion.
I guess, the
dude.
chord, you know-
See, Celine Dion is my trigger.
You know, the 4 right chords can make you cry. That's
Right.
what
Yeah.
a famous song said one time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so upset. I must go
Yeah.
find a shaman and get some
Right.
kratom.
Well, I was gonna go get the kratoms. I was gonna go do the CBDBDs or whatever.
CBDBGB, baby.
You know what I mean?
Delta 49,000.
Yeah, and in my head, like, you know, I could really do whatever because I might not get drug tests till next week, and I might not get drug tests. It might be somebody else, right?
Right. You might have a little free pass window. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I got my own room.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna
Yeah.
watch me, you know? So I went downstairs, and my buddy Matt Mullen was in there, and he saw me. I had like red eyes, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go to a meeting with me?" And I'm like, not really, bro.
Trying to find me a shaman,
I'm gonna
dude.
get
I'm
some
trying to find
kratom,
me
you know
some-
what I mean?
right.
So I he's like, just come with me, man. And that's what I went with him to a meeting, and that's where I met my sponsor, dude. And really, I think, you know, God, you know, was in the room that day. And when I say God, God, it could be Buddha, it could be anything. I really think that everybody has the same idea,
Yeah.
right? But God was in that room, you know, because, you know, if I would have gone out, that cycle would have started back over, and I would have been back, you know, back in prison more than likely, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Have you
Or
listened
dead.
to Celine Dion since then, though?
Dude?
Daily.
I've told this story like at H&Is and at, you know, treatment facilities like a bunch of times, and you know, every time I do say it, I'll usually have someone there with me, and
they'll
play
play
it. They'll cue the music.
When I say this, they're like, "What does that sound like? What's she sound like? I don't know that song." You know, and then
yeah,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
I sing it, right? But no, not particularly.
Do you lip sync to it while
No,
you're
he
presenting?
doesn't play it. He just says,
Right.
"What's that sound like?" Or you know,
Yeah.
usually,
Right.
and I'll just hit
Yeah.
that hoe, you know,
Right.
and it usually loosens up the
That's
kids or
right.
whatnot, you know.
And for any older listeners, by hit that hoe, he means singing it and doing a demonstration.
I feel like that's old now. Like hit that hose. That's like old.
That's
shit.
old.
It's like
Yeah,
that's like
that's-
us. Like
yeah.
if you're younger, you know what's the phrase for hit that hoe for if you're young?
I don't know, something about being fire, dude.
Being fire, gas.
Hey,
Yeah, that's just gas, fire.
FLG, dude. or LFG,
LFG,
dude.
dude.
LFG,
Kelly
FLG.
posted that the other day. He said LFG.
I
I was
cannot
like, dude,
imagine.
holy shit. And he was like, no, dude, we've been saying that forever, dude.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's been around forever.
Yeah, I know, but
since
the
back in the late
LFG,
1900s?
dude, everybody abbreviates
Okay,
everything now.
Chad,
dude.
what you
like
think
AIDS.
What you think
know what I
is
mean?
funny is completely not.
That was funny, dude.
Okay.
Hey, what were y'all like? I know y'all called me in here. Like y'all were talking about like you say he looks really old when he was doing some DJ set, or what was
Oh
this about?
yeah. So Chad, the first thing I had just played at Greenlight Social down the street, right?
Okay.
And I know, and I posted a couple reels, and Chad just said. He goes,
I was like, look sick, dude, but you
goes,
look old.
He goes, yeah, you look old. And then I go, oh, okay, cool. Well, you look fat. so
It wasn't for any reason other than like
being
the
a dick.
timing,
Other than
the timing of his
other than
dexterity
him
with his
being a-
hand motions.
Other than him being a dick.
Dude,
It
no.
really did.
I was
It
being
was.
so nice. I was like, man, that looks sick.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
that looks
because
sick, but
everybody wants to
you
hear
look old.
You look old. Yeah. See, you know, he's got to throw. Oh, dude, that's dope. But dude, yeah, you look old.
Right. Well, I
Just
guessed your
that
age,
backhand.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I guessed it just
Yeah.
based off of, you know, and you know, if you
Based
think-
off your
Dude,
dexterity and hand motion.
I am completely comfortable with my dexterity and hand motions.
Right.
Yeah.
how's your scratching hand? Is that
I don't
good?
scratch,
Oh,
dude.
you
I'm
don't? Oh,
not
right,
a scratch.
right.
I'm not that kind of DJ.
No.
I'm a phrasing, song list.
Actually
fucking,
mixing
yeah,
DJ.
Mixing, yeah.
Actually
Not
mixing.
quick mixing either, dude. Quick mixing is fucking stupid.
Right.
Y'all,
You
doing,
miss out-
y'all doing double bass drops
No.
that are in key.
No, dude.
I just make songs sound like one until it's into the next one.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we were
tastefully
talking
mixing.
before. We were talking, like, you know, I've been knowing you since the late '90s, but I haven't
Right.
like seen you play anything.
Well,
in a
that ain't
while.
my fault,
All
man.
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing. Hey, real quick, let's throw to commercial. We have our good friend Max the Axe with Lone Star Injury Attorneys. Lone Star Injury Attorneys is a personal injury. Yeah, he is. Way to class it up. Anyway, so if you go to thispinklawyer.com, it will take you to Lone Star Injury Attorneys.
Hopefully.
And he practices in California and he practices in California and in Texas, and he is a personal injury attorney, and he'll help you out.
He's an attorney.
So just reach out to him, and send him an email, and he will get back to you.
He said he's hot.
He has a cool name. He has no, I said he's solid.
Yeah, Max the Axe.
Oh fuck, Kelly said it first.
Max the Axe. So anyway, and then also we have some new tracks that Chadwick is going to be kind enough to play for us.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can.
Big booty, big booty. Bounce it, bounce it.
Anyway,
and then the big booty one we made,
yeah. So Big Booty is actually available on Spotify. If you want to look that up, be sure and follow us. Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. And then the Bjork remix is available on my SoundCloud. So if you go to soundcloud.com/Kelly Reverb, the Bjork's up there. Depeche Mode, all the good
Nine Inch
stuff.
Nails.
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails, all the good stuff.
You know what I think's funny, dude? I you'll meet a guy in Deep Ellum or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, go follow my Spotify," and you go like, click on it, and it's got like 3 monthly listeners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not these guys. These guys got a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Up there, dude.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I just had to, I have to get this off my chest. Because the entire reason that we make this electronic boom booms is because it was the number one greatest in the entire United world. And that is Madonna. Oh my God, I love Madonna. Oh, we had to shout you out. She is just a priestess among peasants. And then the number two favorite things that helps us make our music is a healthy, nourishing meal from Tom Sam. We love Tom Sam. Oh my God, groceries in everything.
Tom Sam.
And we love the
and we love the third thing is fantastic. I love these guys so much. They're so dark and so twisted.
With the beeps and boops.
Depeche Mode with their pee and the boop. And the other one is Bjork because she is so weird. I love her. She is an animal of everybody's spirit.
Yes, dude.
She's an animal.
That's Chad Lamont.
She's just
an
animal.
That was
So
actually.
good.
If you wouldn't have laughed.
No.
Couldn't hold it in.
That up.
Chad, that's his Medenis.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Madonna.
I never looked at Medenis.
Medenis, dude. There's a guy that like all he does is Madonna post and mocking, or not mocking, but imitating her.
Nice.
Yeah, and his name is Medenis.
Yeah, that whole Madonna thing started one day when I was at my friend's land in Princeton, and he had my hippie buddy had a bunch of guns, and there was
with
like
guns.
Yeah, he was fucking coolest guy I've ever met to this day. And there was like this inflatable or like stuffed penguin, right? So I was like just making up accents as I was shooting this penguin with a shotgun. And then all of a sudden I was just like, oh my God, I love Madonna. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what happened. But then that's all we said for like a year. And then I trashed it. And then I was working with Kelly one day. And then all of a sudden it just came back.
Yeah, Chad has very schizophrenic characters that will just appear at various times. All right, so back to your story. So we had Oxford House, right? You were in there. You were almost relapsing. Right. And then.
Okay, keep going.
You keep going, dude. We got to narrate.
And then?
Yeah.
Narrate it like Morgan Freeman.
Okay, so we were at. He took me to the meeting. Right?
Yeah,
that's where I met my sponsor. Mm-hmm. We worked the steps really quick. and like I had been complaining about Oxford to my sponsor like all the time, and finally he was like, "Do you think it's time for maybe you to move out of there?" And I'm like, that's an idea, right? He's like, my friend actually has a spot open. It's a place that I used to live at. And so that's what I did. I moved in with this guy, and I've been there ever since. It's been 3 years almost now that I've been out of Oxford.
Hell yeah.
House.
Okay.
Yeah. Super dope place. Just me and Andrew and another guy right now. And yeah.
Are y'all all in recovery or
Yeah.
is it okay?
Yeah.
What's it called? It's called the house on.
Yeah, it's Chateau Legay.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Yeah, that's what.
So, but no, I didn't know if it was affiliate. I mean, is there like a built-in kind of accountability? Like,
no, no. We're just.
It's just dudes in recovery that aren't in an Oxford house.
Yeah, Andrew used to be in Oxford too,
right?
But he works a strong program as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I found the fix, and it's like right down the street from my house.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And that's in Richardson. I've actually been there.
Loft City Church.
Oh, you have been there, huh?
Yeah.
I remember. I just celebrated 8 years last week, and I had invited like all of my friends and stuff to come or whatever.
Well, yeah, that was also the 2nd year anniversary of my mother's death. So yeah, sorry I couldn't make it, dude.
Hold on, Jeff. Let me zoom in real quick. Let's zoom in on Jeff's. Get that camera shot.
But thanks. Good looking out, dude. Sorry. Sorry I couldn't make it, dude. Yeah.
I told him that.
How do I segue out of this, bro?
Damn, it's all good, dude.
You'd have said anything else, you're a piece of shit.
I love it that Jeff was getting ready to shit on me, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And then I just...
He had the knowledge of it too. Right. I told him that night, and maybe but he was too busy like congratulating everybody and singing fucking songs as he walked down the aisle.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I did a whole thing about my cat.
Right.
This is my cat. Can I?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Shout out Todd.
Yeah,
here, let me zoom into Todd real quick, dude.
Right.
We don't do this enough. We don't do these zoom ins like that. There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, I did this whole thing talking about my cat. I just adopted this cat about 1.5 years ago, and I've absolutely fell in love with him.
You're a cat guy now?
I'm a cat dude. Yeah, all I do are cat things.
I love cats because like they are low maintenance.
Fucking can't stand
It's perfect, dude. No, they're low maintenance. They, they come to you on their terms, and it's a nice relationship. Like whereas a dog is just like, oh, I need your attention all the time.
Right.
Cats are like, I'm cool, dude.
My cat needs my attention all the time. If I stand up, this motherfucker's meowing.
Oh yeah,
right, yeah. But no, I was laying in bed with someone recently, and she was like, "How old is the cat?" Right, and like the person I got it from said she was like 7 or 8, and I was like, "Let me just check." So I sent her a text message, and she said, "Yeah, I think that he's 8." Right, so I'm like, okay, cool. Right, so he's 8. Right, well, the next day I got a text from her saying, "Hey, I talked to my mom, and she said that he's 14 years old."
Whoops, dude!
Yeah.
This is like a little 6 years off.
Yeah. Well, like, dude, I got on Google, and I'm like, "How long do cats live?" or whatever.
Right, yeah,
and it said
renal failure.
Yeah, it said like 13 to 15 fucking years.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
great, thanks.
Oh no, right? And I'm in love with this freaking cat, dude. Right, and so I started like buying it all this senior food and like
renal health and
like usually it'll get on my chest when I'm laying down and I'll do the whole like scoop and I'll just pull him to the side or something, right? But now I just like let him do whatever he wants to do,
right? Because he's not got that much longer left, right?
Right. Well, because what I said at the thingy was that like I don't want him to die. I know this is super corny, but I don't want him to die without knowing how much I love him.
Oh,
right.
I wish we had one of those sound effects. Like,
yeah. My heart will. Right.
That's the only trombone I have.
That's fine. And like I was saying there too, was that I guess this all. It's rooted in, my mom dying.
Yeah.
And her not knowing how much I love her, right? So I've been doing this amends process in the steps. Mm-hmm. And the living amends is when you don't just say you're going to change, you completely transform. Right. And that's what I've done, dude.
How do you, so how is that process of dealing with, the whole mom thing? Like, I mean, how have you, what have you done and used to, that you found helpful?
Man, just the 12 steps.
Right. Did you like write an open letter? Did you do that whole thing?
I went over to her house, her old house, and I climbed the tree, like in her front yard, and like talked to her and stuff like that. I didn't do the letter.
Right.
What else did I do? I wrote a little note on a balloon, and like me and my friend went and like let it off at the lake. And dude, my thing is now is like I connect men back with their moms or families, right? And that's a big. It makes me feel so good when I get a call from a mom and be like, "Hey, man, thank you so much for what you're doing."
Right.
Or they have a post where like, "Hey, I got to see my mom," and it's like my mom winking at me when I get to see stuff like that. And that's what I do for that.
Well, I also heard that your dad actually showed up to your celebration.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it got me, and I was telling you before, it got me super nervy.
Yeah?
Nervy.
Now, as far as nervy, like, I mean, cry nervy or like emo or like just nervous?
Like, dude, I'm not like a nervous person. I can speak in front of a whole slew of people. I eat it up. I love it, dude. I mean,
it's a Jeff show, baby.
I love it, right? But when my dad shows up with his new wife, he's like dressed nice.
Yeah.
And his wife is dressed in like this whole like dress and stuff, dude. And I was just like, hey, Dad.
And you're wearing your Todd shirt.
No, I had
the flannel on over.
I had a flannel on over.
So it was part of the show, dude.
Yeah. Right. And I just got real nervous. But then, like, Tim, he was on here, like a couple weeks ago? It was a long time ago.
Or a couple hours, depending on how linear time is.
But you don't. Yeah, time is. Yeah, okay. So,
once you're in this room, time doesn't exist like normal humans, dude.
Tim, I hear you have an impersonation of Tim.
Oh, Tim North?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we were at this treatment facility, and he was telling this story, and he's all like, I was having a bad day, and, I went out to my car, and there was a gecko on the car. And I guess it was because God knows I love geckos.
That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of close. Yeah, right.
But no,
he's very authentic.
No, but because when he cries, I cry, man.
Yeah, you got those inside. Like I'm in prison.
He tells the story and like it's about a fucking gecko, and I'm like, fuck, dude, chill out, Tim. Like,
he did that when he was telling another story about like peanut butter crackers. I was just like, I was choking up, dude.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, the intensity that guy has.
Right. Never look at peanut butter crackers.
Well, I love it. I love it. I love what about him is that he still feels that pain of that level of desperation. You know how we, as we move on and forward from our active addiction, we sometimes probably forget, hey, how shitty it was. But with him, it's like still like right there.
Right. Yeah. He had asked me to introduce him at birthday night, and I had 100% spaced.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And they said, Jeff, introducing Tim is Jeff. And I'm like, oh shit. Right. And I was nervous at this point. Right. I get up there and I just winged it.
Yeah.
And that loosened me up for the whole rest of the thing, man.
All right.
And I'd said something that made everybody laugh, and I didn't understand why it made everybody laugh. But like I said, Tim, I don't see as much as I'd like to. You need to do something about that, right? And I didn't mean to say you need to do something about that. I admit, but everybody laughs, and I'm like,
right. It was kind of almost a gay joke,
right? Well, afterwards, someone told me, it's because you said you need to do something about that. And I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I don't understand why Kelly said it was kind of a gay joke, dude.
That's
so
why I chat.
Up, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to get us canceled.
You'd never be allowed at Chateau Le Gay. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
But tell tell your version of the gecko story.
So the one that I told making fun of him?
All right.
So, I was having a bad day. I pull up to my job, and there's like two blondes like running down the street. And I'm like, okay. All right. So I go into work. The elevator opens, and there's like just 5-6 blondes on the elevator, right? So I get on the elevator, I go into work, and that made my day a little bit better, right? Well, I come out, and when I go out to my car, there's a blonde right here, a blonde right there, and a blonde right there, right? And I'm like, God must know that I love blondes. And when I said that, Tim like completely just big Tim guy.
Yeah, that's funny.
So yeah.
Well, so let's talk about like a little bit solution based and good stuff like that, because I know like last time you were on, you were like, oh, I kind of just told my war stories and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like, let's talk about like the good stuff that's happened since you've been sober, and then also share some solution, maybe some advice that you would give people and all that good stuff.
Okay. You got to get connected. Right. For me, my home group is like really the most inviting, warm people.
Right. And you're okay with shouting out your home group.
Yeah,
right?
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, and that's the Fix.
That's the Fix.
In Richardson,
525 West Arapahoe Road at the Loft City Church.
There we go.
Like when you first come in, I know it's kind of like scary to like talk to people, but like we are pretty cool about that.
It's a chill group.
You won't feel uncomfortable coming to my group and talking to people, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
Get plugged in, get some numbers, call them these numbers, right? Get you a sponsor. That's definitely important, right? Get through the steps. Start sponsoring men, because that's really where the money is. That's where the gold is, right?
Yeah.
is when you get to be of service and help other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because that was the one thing I was missing, dude. Because I was going to AA when I got out of treatment, got out of jail and all that stuff, and I'd already been sober for a while. And then, I was like, oh, I don't need a sponsor. I worked a bunch of the steps in treatment and this and that. Right. And then, life just was like a little tougher, or it was way tougher. And then finally one day I get a sponsor. It was one of the guys that was on the show. Called him, but he's out of state. And then that didn't really work out as well as it could have. And then I got one that was local, dude. And since I've done that, I realized that the whole missing link that made everything so much more worth it is when you start working with other people.
Right.
Right.
Well, but it's also good, as a sponsor, to have another voice of reason, and hopefully your hopefully your sponsor's not insane, but
No, I have a really good sponsor, man, and I don't. That's why you get other people's numbers, right? That's why you got a lot of different connections.
And just friends, I mean, that you can have as a soundboard, hey, I'm dealing with this kind of stuff, or this is my situation,
right?
And then they can maybe talk you off the ledge,
Well, I have a buddy, dude. Now I'm in credit repair, right? And I have a buddy who hit me up on Facebook. We haven't really seen each other since we were younger, and we used to use together, right? We haven't really seen each other, but he sees what I do, right? And I try to post pictures of my meditation group all the time so people can see, man, this shit really works, right? But he's like, man, he called me up for the credit repair. That's why he called me up, right? His name is Corn Dog, which is...
Okay, I like that, dude.
Pretty,
First name was Tot, T-O-T.
Hey, right? Corn Dog Totter, boy. Right. Well, he's like, man, how do you do it, dude? How do you, really change, dude? How the fuck do you do it, right? Yeah. And I go, I live in steps 10 and 11 and 12, right? And he's like, what does that mean? Right, and I opened my book to page 84, and I read, about step 10 to him, and step 10 is basically just doing 4 through 9 every single day. Yeah, right. That's all it is. It's like this little paragraph.
What is step 10 for those that don't know it?
Now that you're putting me on the spot,
you can't quote
continue to take personal inventory and wrong promptly admit it.
Okay.
Right. So that's just saying do steps 4 through 9 on a daily basis.
On repeat. Yeah.
On repeat. Right.
Yeah.
And these 10-step promises come true. Right. It just happens.
Right.
With an exclamation point. Right?
Yeah.
It really does just happen. Right. All of a sudden you'll be like, dude, I ain't thought about fucking kratom for fucking.
Shut up, dude.
I ain't thought about kratom for.
Why you, dude? You watch too much fucking Vice,
by the way, you're trying to say kratom.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, absolutely.
Kratom.
Yeah. Oh, did you mute me then?
No, I didn't mute
okay.
you. That's what the fucking. If you watch that guy on Vice.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen him.
It's the drug wizard guy, and he's got his glasses. He's like, I came to the native Thailand to do kratom.
That's why I say it, because it made me laugh so hard when I saw him say that. I laughed.
Well,
so
I love
hard,
it when you're when you're doing the meetings, and you're reading the tradition.
Cocaine.
Yeah, it's never cocaine. It's always cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
The English pronunciation.
And dude, the next part is that I live in, like I said, 10, 11, 12, 11, right? I wake up every morning and I, get quiet, meditate, get with God, right? I get to call upon God every morning to come into my life and guide me, and it's fucking cool as shit, because I used to call upon Jimbo to get me well in the morning, and now I get to call upon God, right? And step 12 is, I'm of service. I walk other men through these steps. I always say yes, even when your two goofball friends are just like, hey, come up here and just talk shit on a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I do, right? I say yes to go down to New Bronzefuls.
Yeah, dude, that'll be
talk,
that.
right?
Well, that will have already happened by the time that we are done.
We'll
But
get the recap.
yeah,
We'll get the recap.
it will be dope. You can come back on and talk about it.
I've never been to New Bronzefuls. I've been to Bronzefuls.
Right.
That's turn of the century stuff.
That's back in the late
that is
1900s.
definitely
That's before it was new, dude.
That's dad joke material there.
Good, yeah.
never been. I've been to old New Braunfels, but not New Braunfels.
Just Bronzefuls, man.
Right,
Dude, in Allen, when they redid Stacy Road in Allen,
does
they moved it.
Medina just love Bronzeville?
I don't remember ever traveling to the Bronfels, but the newest of the Bronfels is fuck, it's so good. But no, in Allen, Texas, like they were, they put Stacy in and then they redid it. Well, like they were real fucking creative with this one. So whenever Stacy ends, you take a little left and then the next ride is Old Stacy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So there could be an original Bronfels somewhere out there in the world.
We're gonna try to
created
find
the
it.
new one after the turn of the century and the Y2K events.
The 1900s.
The Y2K events, the turn of the century. I love it. All right. So if anybody is, looking to maybe, get some help out there, I guess they can go to your meditation group. So let's plug that again.
It's Fresh Start Meditation Group. We're on Facebook and stuff.
And it's not really affiliated with anything. It's something you started, right?
Yeah. So it's a manifestation meeting.
Well,
right?
so let's talk about what goes on in the meeting then.
All right. So at the end of every meeting, we manifest what we want in our lives. Right.
Okay. Well, so like at the beginning of the meeting, what do? You just chill out. Okay.
Yeah. Just
hey,
bear
slow
with me.
your
Right?
roll.
Zip it, dude.
At the end of the meditation, we manifest what we want in our lives. Right. At the beginning of the next week's meditation, we're going to talk about how that manifestation played out.
Okay.
Right. So, and it's pretty cool over time when you continuously do this thing, like how you see how God is showing up for you. Right. If you're just intentional with it and you stay on it, it's pretty freaking cool. And you're doing it with a group of people, and we're a group of guys and girls that are just like asking God to come into our lives. Right. We're sitting around talking, asking God to come into our lives. We would have been doing this a long time ago together too. But we wouldn't have been meditating. We would have been passing something else around. You know what I mean? And it's just.
And you're talking about the reefer.
Talking about reefer. I'm talking about the meths.
Right.
I'm
the
talking
meths.
about the needles. I'm talking about the acids.
Oh, just dergs.
The dergs.
Right. Dergs in
All the
general.
dergs. Yeah, I'm talking about those. It's just cool that we can get to do this now.
Right.
Right. And every time, I listen to everybody share in my group, and they'll say something that like I introduced to them or something like such like meta or something along those lines, right? I'm always like,
You introduced them to Facebook?
Yeah,
That's sick.
the
Right.
whole goggle thingy. Yeah,
Right.
It's just cool, man, when you get to hear people like change their lives over something that you would introduce, and it's just I'm always super grateful for that, dude. It's just God's put me in this position to help people change their lives because I'm fucking uniquely qualified. I'm just like you are,
Yeah.
So then we meditate for 15, 20 minutes on something, and then we manifest, and then it just goes over and over and over again.
Right. And how long are the meetings?
Like an hour. The longest would be like a little bit over an hour.
Right.
But usually an hour.
And are y'all meditating to Celine Dion?
Yes.
Everybody's sitting there just crying. Crying like
Do you have
Tim
the
North.
heart, Jeff?
Tim North.
I did the zoom in with it, dude. That was perfect.
Nice. We need to get to
I can't wait to just make that a clip.
Dude, the other
highlights of Jeff.
The other day, dude, my boss was in the bathroom and he was taking a shit, right? And I went in to pee and I just put on fart noises, right? And I had it on my Spotify, dude, right? And I got in my car later and I connected to the Bluetooth or whatever, and fart noises just started playing on my fucking car. And then so I'm just rolling down the street with fart noises, bro. Pulling up next to people just like.
Wow. Hey, what's up?
That's pretty
What's
cool.
up? What's up?
Yeah.
Well, cool. So they
pretty
can do that, or they can come if they want a little more, traditional, structured. It's a CA group. And it's called, and you are usually the facilitator at those meetings, right?
I was for like a year.
Does it kind of, just kind of rotates?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And every year that it's your celebration is when you take center stage.
No, I mean, for birthday night, it just happens to, I do like a whole thing.
Right.
Yeah,
try to be a production.
When you told me it was your birthday to go up there and get your chip, I'm stupid, dude. I didn't even equivalate equivalent. I just made that up.
I like it.
That's good.
That sounded like it was a word.
Equivalent, you know,
Right, but I didn't think about the fact that it was going to be birthday night. I was like, oh, Jeff's just getting his chip. It's Jeff's night,
Right.
You know what I mean? And it ended up being Jeff's night. But
yeah.
Then when I go there, compared to like the meetings I had gone to, because I used to bring the kids at my treatment center up there. And that was one of the meetings that they really liked. And I don't think they stole vapes from anybody there.
We used to bring the chapter house guys up there too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But yeah, I went up there and then, dude, the fucking place was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking
It'll
room
run
was
out of
packed.
chairs, but I mean, it's good vibes, bro.
And then
Yeah,
next door there was like the fucking music happening at the lead.
It's the Mexican Borats next door.
Yeah, dude, it was dope,
they get down over there.
It was
man.
dope. I was like,
No.
hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me out here, dude.
Are you exiting yourself?
No.
Are you giving yourself
what the fuck?
outro?
We're not done yet.
Yeah, no. I think
I
we
have some cool stuff to say. I forgot. Though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I
Go
forgot
ahead.
it. I already
Please.
forgot. You keep going.
No,
just prompt me.
It's hey, say some cool stuff.
I had something totally cool.
Right.
Oh yeah, fucking Pastor Sam, the guy who runs the church. He got to come to my birthday night. I invited
And that's
him.
where your meetings are?
Yeah, at the Loft.
Okay.
Loft City Church. He came.
And that's
so he
the
got to-
CA meetings?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He got to come and see.
Interrupted you
Same
when
place.
you just remembered
Hold
what you were
on.
going to say.
Are you? What?
He got to come and see like how our groups ran, and afterwards he sent me a message saying like, "Hey, I really appreciate you inviting me. It's beautiful to see how God is using you as a vessel, right?" And I was blown away. Some people from my work came. Right?
Yeah, I saw that.
They're with me fucking 8 and 9 hours a day, and they came up for another hour, right? And I'm a menace up there too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They got to come here see my bullshit
Right.
for another hour, right? My dad got to come. Stephanie Ludlow came.
And
Shout out Silver Linings.
Silver Linings, yeah. She played a big part for me, man. Like how she cast me as the lead in this play.
I remember
Right.
that.
Oh, he fucking
Yeah.
killed it, dude.
Yeah, I was.
That's when I first met you.
As Elvis?
I was Elvis in the first one.
Yeah.
I was Detective Woolrich in the second one.
Oh, nice.
Right, I did this
And
whole
now, and now you are just a thespian.
thespian. Yes, I am.
I'm a professor.
He was you were the sound guy. You were like
I
the
was the
sound
sound guy at the second one.
Did I kill it though?
Yeah, dude.
All right, cool.
Did I kill it? Cool, because I need that validation, dude. I need that right now.
That was Inspector Woolrich.
Yeah.
Homicide.
Right.
So I did that whole.
Well,
gig.
cool.
Yeah, Cooper was really funny too because he was wearing those fucking shorts, dude.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had,
the
we had some
Daisy
chemistry
dudes.
going on. Did
Yeah,
you
it was
see?
solid.
Yeah,
Dude. It was solid.
he did all these moves right in front of me, and I.
We're gonna take it next. We're gonna hit the community college circuit, and then it's gonna be off Broadway.
It's gonna go.
Cool,
Yeah,
I like it.
First
I've been
try
going to-
charity
I've been
dinner,
going- I've been
second
go-
try Broadway.
I've been going to musicals a lot lately too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been going to the ones right here at Fair Park.
Really?
I went and saw Tina. I went and saw MJ the musical. I went and saw Les Mis. And I went and saw this.
That
other
sounds
one.
miserable.
Yeah,
yeah.
I just couldn't understand what they're talking
Hi,
about.
man. They're
in it.
speaking in French.
They're just like saying all these things. I wish they had like
Les Miserables.
I wish they had like the what are they called?
Subtitles.
Subtitles. I wish they had subtitles because
Right.
I don't know what they're saying.
Well, we're in
You know
the
what I
age
mean?
of AI, dude. I'm sure
Right.
they'll figure it out.
All right. So, but dude, I know you got to get because you
I'm
got
going-
to roll to Haltom City.
I have
right?
I'm going on a date by myself.
Okay.
I'm going to
That
a
sounds
wrestling
fun.
event, and I'm going to go watch some big men wrestle each other and
Okay.
do some things.
Hey, dude.
That's going to be cool.
Judgment-free zone, dude. Judgment-free zone, my brother.
Yeah. So, do I get shots out?
Yeah, of course.
Shout
dude.
out.
Do your
I get a
shout outs.
shout out. I want to give a shout out to all of the Fresh Start guys. Keep on coming back. I want to give a shout out to Jules.
Right. That's it.
Yep. That's
Okay.
it.
And your dad.
He won't watch this.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how to use like his phone. So.
Dude, he's got the flip phone. And
Yeah, no, I'll
like-
send him a link. He's like, he won't even
I don't
know
have
how
your-
to open the text message. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But hey,
all
Dad,
right.
I love you. If you ever watch this, whatever.
Yeah, right.
not going to.
Well, maybe you can play it for him sometime.
But then I'd have
Or
to watch
not.
it. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Which
that
you
would
don't
break
do.
the
Yeah,
streak.
right. Exactly.
How am I going to do that?
Exactly. All right. Well, Chadwick, As always, thank you for coming out and being of service.
You're welcome.
Chadwick-san.
Don't ever call him by his real name.
Yeah,
Nobody
right?
calls him by his real name.
You're not
Call me by my
you're not
name.
my dad.
You're not my dad.
Yeah.
His dad called him Chadwick once. Once.
Dude, no, it's like Chad to all the dudes. Chadwick, fucking ladies only, baby.
I have a TikTok that says it's called Fuck a Chad. I'll show it to you
All
afterwards.
right,
It's pretty
cool.
good. Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, that's not a bad idea, dude. But I have a girlfriend right now, so stop.
Yeah.
So quit trying to fuck me.
Yeah, quit trying. What are you doing, Jeff? What are you trying to fuck me?
We'll put the link in the comment section below. Y'all can go watch it.
Sweet. Well, anyway, so if you've made it this far through the episode and haven't turned us off, thank you for tuning in.
This is that shit, baby.
Yeah.
This is what recovery's like, man.
Yeah.
We're not fucking boring. We do a bunch of cool shit all the time.
We're definitely not
all
a
the
dull
time,
lot.
dude.
Right. All right, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in. We've got somebody good coming up next week. I don't know who. And that's how we roll. But remember, kids, there is no magic pill for sobriety, because if there was, we would all take too many.
Boom.
Just kidding.
Activate.